Good evening, everyone. This video is going to be a trading review and support session for October the 11th, 2023. Let's go ahead and get started. We had PPI data in reported this morning, and it was a little bit higher than forecast. So all the verbiage coming out is that the economy is still pretty doggone strong. So this is how today ended up. And so as you can see, we're really coming from this kind of a double bottom attempt that was underneath the 200-day moving average, and we're kind of making our way back up. We're now above the 20-day moving average, but still below the 50. The 20 is still coming down. The 9 is coming up. 20 is still coming down. So it kind of depends on where we go from here. So when we opened up this morning, if we look at the big picture chart, right? So let's see. So this is where the London opened, right? So in it, London was making some new highs, and then the PMI data was announced about here, right? So I'm going to put a horizontal marker on about there, and as you can see, I moved over, but okay, so still wanting to be the horizontal market from where that was. So as you can see, it came down to the kind of like the pivot point, yesterday's closed data area, and then moved up. And recaptured all of the that 530 movement by within 5 minutes or so, and actually came in and made some highs around the open. Then it made its way back down, and then started to keep back up. I had contractors again today, so I couldn't trade too much. So I just took a few trades, and had a little bit of bad luck, which you could also kind of point to being too aggressive as well, which is what I'm going to do. So I was a little cautious around the open, right? So here's the 135 was all kind of clustered here, right? So it was going to be a little bit cautious there, because I was actually looking for it to either come down and test VWAP and/or test the 2x200 really quick, and then move back up. That's what I was looking out for. So I didn't really want to go long, but I was looking for a test. And about the only thing it was able to test, as you can see, was the volume point of control. And then it popped up, looked like it was going to continue. So here was my first trade, and that one went well. So it got it out pretty quickly. And then here's really my problem, and it's just an unfortunate series of events. Number one, this entry is too aggressive. It is already above value high, and while it looked like it was still going to go, it could have gone, but it didn't, and it was even reaching the EMA zone. Now, a lot of times the EMA zone can be hit and penetrated early in the morning, because the average true range is pretty small. I just happened to hit this thing pretty much exactly wrong. So I got within, I think my entry was within a tick or two of the top. And sometimes when you hit the button and you enter and you get out very quickly, this was the same thing, but unfortunately it was the 4 point stop out. So again, aggressive entry, but this is a 5 second bar, but it was practically instantaneous. It seems like when I hit it. So I guess it just like stood there for just a second, and then it started popping back up. But a 4 point stop out. So this was +1. And then a 4 point stop out -3. I mean, it didn't give me a chance to react, right? And that's what the 4 point stop is kind of for, just in case something disastrous happens. I mean, it didn't even give me a chance to think about if I wanted to play with it or not. I mean, it just stopped me out, which is too bad, because I think it stopped me out right on the low, and then look, it bounced all the way back. Had I not been stopped out, right, I probably woulda, coulda, shoulda even added to it when we got the expansion of 3x volume. In which case I would have been out of the trade with profit. As it was, I just still maybe a little bit aggressive, but it was kind of coming back up again. So maybe a little bit of angry trading. So entered here and then out there. So at least I'm at this point I'm down two. Maybe this is a little bit of a revenge trading here. I mean, it is holding from the EMA, and we got a big bar, right? And then, so I did take the trade here, right here, and got out with little bit of room to spare. And then again here when the on the EMA, trying to get back to at least break even before my contractor gets here. So I entered in here. I thought it looked like it was going to break this level. Didn't quite break that level yet, but I got out over here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm break even, gross. And I probably was pushing this, try to get out with make a little bit more money before contractors show up. This is kind of an aggressive trade as well, but this time we're coming back from the 3-minute moving average and the 25% upper line and the volume point of control. So it's trying to hold. And so on its second time around, I barely got out of this one. I think I got out actually right on the last tick of that move, and I got I would have survived, right? So because wouldn't have even hit the stop through 7.25. The stop would have been actually I would have had to play with it a little bit because the stop is down here at 3. So I would have had to make a decision, but I would have seen all this support down here. So I probably would have already adjusted my stop or removed it. And then one last trade, and then the contractor was here. So it's back above the EMA, the minute average, back above slow flex, and had a pretty good expansion. Not an expansion bar, but an up arrow bar. Let's see, where did it? No, I got in over here, right? So the up arrow bar was helping me get out, so it's out here. So I recovered from the 4-point stop out, and ended up +2 for the morning after the 4-point stop out. So in reality, I could have just as easily been up 6 or 7 for the morning if it hadn't been for that immediate stop out that I had practically no control of. The only control I would have had is not taking quite as aggressive of an entry. I wasn't even around here right when it started to push down. I was talking to the contractor and never really got back to trading. So that was it. Luckily, no more contractors this week. So get back to trading without interruption. Just in case you missed it this morning, what I said was I have updated to the latest version of multi-charts. Been running it for probably at least a week or so, and it seems fine. I haven't noticed anything wrong with it. I don't think it really was going to do anything for us anyway, from looking at the changes. So, but I just want to keep kind of up to date. Don't want to get too far behind in multi-charts, just so we get notifications of any good changes that are coming down the pipe. All right, so that's kind of it. So have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you in the trading room tomorrow morning.